Welcome everybody to You Are Brand's Motivation Station. It is Triumphant Tuesday and I am so excited to be on here. Listen, I want you to like, share, tag, invite anybody you may believe may need to hear a word, may need to hear something that's going to help get them to that next level, that's going to help get them to that place where they want to be in their lives, to complete wholeness as they move towards and going towards 2022. Listen, I want you to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube page, You Are Brand's Motivation Station. I tell you, God has a plan for your life, and His plan for your life is to prosper you in every area of your life. Listen, I'm not going to be before you long, but I did want to come on here and I did want to give you some nuggets, give you something to help you get through the rest of this week and hopefully the rest of 2022. Listen, today's topic is make that change. Yeah, you know, you heard that song by Michael Jackson, starting with the man in the mirror. Listen, we got to make that change. In 2022, you are looking to do something great. You are looking to do something fantastic in your life. You got to make that change. Sometimes we got to go through some situations and we have to really understand and look at where we are and look at where we want to be. And we've got to understand that there's something that we need to do in order for us to get to that next level. So we've got to make that change. You got to change some habits. You got to change some characteristic flaws. You got to change the way that you may think. You may have to change the way that you speak. There is something that's going to happen great in your life, but understand this, you have to make that change. There is something that is stopping you from moving to the next place in your life. Why? Because you may feel like you're okay where you are. You're okay in that comfort zone that you're in. But let me tell you something. If you want to move up, if you want to elevate your life, if you want to get to the true place of abundance that God really has for you, then you got to make that change. There is something and someone that's going to come into your life, that's going to speak into your life, that's going to tell you, give you some advice, give you something that's going to encourage you, give you something that's going to even position you in a way that you may not have thought it was going to be. But if you just understand, if you just tweak some things and make that change, then you'll actually see that life can truly be better than what you're living right now. You may say, listen, I like my 9 to 5. I like where I am. It's not where I really saw myself being. It's not really the abundant life that I really want to have. I don't really want to live paycheck to paycheck. I don't really want to work at this place. I don't really want to have my kids in this location, but it's okay. I'm okay with okay. But here's the thing. If you want to really get to the best places in your life, if you really want to get to the places that God promised you, if the vision that you had for your life when you were maybe 18, 19, or even if you're 18, 19 right now and you want to do something different in your life and you say, listen, I know that I may be working at Chick-fil-A, or I may be working at a library, or I may be doing something in school, and I know I want a great life ahead of me, and it ain't all about money. But understand this, if you want to actually be able to do the things that you truly want to do, then sometimes you got to make that change. Listen, because as you begin to make that change, you begin to make that transition, you begin to move in those directions, you begin to change your habits, and maybe even when it comes to your health, change your eating habits and change the things that you do and all of those things. If you want to work out and all of those things, you got to make that change. Why? Because you understand it. You want to healthy and you want to live long. And not only that, but you also want to be there for your children's children. And so it's all about understanding that you have to make that change. It's important. If you don't recognize that making that change is important, then you'll stay right where you are. But let me tell you something. You're not supposed to stay right where you are. You're supposed to move from level to level, from faith to faith, from glory to glory. It's supposed to be something. Your life is supposed to progress. If you think about yourself when you were a baby, you may not be able to think that long, but just think about the process of a baby. The baby has to learn how to hold his head up. He has to learn how to crawl. He has to learn, or she has to learn how to eat. They have to learn, right, how to speak, how to walk. There's a process in all of that, but understand that there's always got to be progression. And if there's not progression, then there's a change that needs to be made. So make that change so that you can continue to progress and not continue to stay stagnant, because there is something great going to happen to you in 2022. And I hope that you definitely get there. But in order for that to happen, you got to make that change. Guys, I want to thank you so much. I want you to have a terrific, triumphant Tuesday.